Folks, it's Dr. Dave Mancuso. We're really glad you're here with us today. Thanks for coming to the site and joining us. We've got something very special for you today, something very different, very unique, and very, very powerful. You may have seen some of the initial videos, and you're excited, and you're willing to take the next step. And we're going to make this very, very, very powerful for you, so that you can make a decision simply. And I want to share a quick story with you. I am not the greatest expert in the world. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is I've been in the industry for over about 15 years. And I've seen a lot. I've learned a lot from the best of the best. I've flown into major trainings. I've been on stage in front of thousands of people. I've made a lot of money. I've helped a lot of people, but I've had some heartaches and I've had some frustrations, and I've been on the roller coaster ride of MLM, and I kind of know the inside scoop a little bit after that many years. I would hope so. So I've got obviously something different to share with you. I would not share the same old mom and pop MLM with you. I'd like to start with a quick story so we can relate a little bit, find out, just get you guys thinking about what you want and need. And if you're really excited, if you're coachable, if you have the desire, I think this program will just absolutely blow your mind. The company we're talking about today is called Dubli, and Dubli's got a very unique program where anybody can succeed across the board. We've got 4 different ways to build the business. This is not just recruiting and selling and recruiting and selling. This is obviously something way more powerful than that. Let's just talk a little bit about the company, and we'll jump right in. The company Dubli is based all over the world: Berlin, United States, Dubai. We've got headquarters all over the world. We've got millions of customers. People are getting cash back on the internet for online shopping, $500 to $1,000 a year, if not way more on average, for doing shopping that they're going to do anyway. This is not changing anybody's habits. This is not auto shipping products to your home. This is not brooms and soap in the closet. This is something obviously that is very unique and very powerful in the way that it's so simple. It's easy to share. You can share this as a customer for free, and as people shop online, doing the shopping, as we said, that they're going to do anyway, not changing anybody's habits whatsoever. You can make a residual income off of every purchase, every transaction for the rest of their life. Again, I told you I was going to share a little bit of a story, and I want to do that. And it, just being in this industry, a lot of people tell a lot of stories, and we can relate to a lot of different things in the industry. Ups and downs, and making decisions and being aware. And I just want you to be aware after the next 20 minutes that this is obviously different. And what my commitment to you and my promise is that you're going to see that you can do this business. And all it's going to take is a little bit of courage. I know enough about psychology after being a chiropractor for over 20 years that people have difficulty making decisions. They don't want to look foolish. They don't want to make the wrong decision, so they make no decision. And I want to relate to that in a way where, quite a long time ago, over 20 years ago, I was out in a public forum, and I saw a young lady across the way, and her name was Vicky. And I went over to Vicky, and it was a long day. It was that evening, and it was just a weekday. I think it was a Friday night. And I said hello. I asked her if she wanted to dance or just chat, and she was kind of put off. And she kind of gave me a no, basically, and just said it wasn't the right time for her, and kind of walked away. And I was disheartened. She was really just something about her just really stuck out to me. I had watched her a little bit interact with her friends, and she'd been laughing and joking and seemed lighthearted. She's attractive, and seemed like somebody I'd be interested in. And I just had come to that time in my life where I was really looking for somebody, and really wanted to make a decision on finding the right person. So I was out, and I wasn't shy about it. So I was a little bit put back by that. I was a little disappointed, but I didn't give up. I had a little courage, and I went back over to her a little bit later in the night, and I said, I apologize if I bugged you or came on too strong. I just wanted to chat. And she was just a little bit more open. I think she respected the fact that I came back, was somewhat persistent, and I just asked her if it would be okay if I buy her a drink, and she said okay. And the next thing you know, we had a chat, and we went out on the dance floor. We had a great time, and long story short, guys, Vicky is now my wife. This is 20-something years later. We've got 2 kids, beautiful children that are thriving in college and high school. We've had an incredible life together. She's helped me in my offices, and we've developed really an incredible relationship. And the point of the story is that, sometimes in life you got to have a little bit of courage, and sometimes you have to be persistent. And sometimes you have to be aware of what you want. Is it worth going and getting rejected? And overall, you got to make a decision. I just, in one moment's time, I made a decision to go back to her. And, I didn't hide. I didn't cower. I didn't say, well, it's just not going to work out. I went back, I made a decision, and it worked out. And there's probably a time in your life where you've done the same thing. And this may be one of those times where, we call it a power moment, where your life can change on a dime if you're willing to make a little bit of decision. But of course, you have to have some courage, and you have to have the knowledge. You got to be aware of what's out there. And I guarantee you've never seen anything like this in your life, folks. Let's just jump right in. This company is really been, went from a crawl to a walk, and we're running. We're the fastest team in the company, called the Wukar Team. We are the Wukar Power Team. Inside of that, the company just was recorded as having 150% growth this quarter. They're the fastest growing company in MLM right now, and it's because there's so many unique programs inside of Dubli. The company itself, as I said, has millions of customers, and we are rocking and rolling, folks. And I must say that if you've been in the industry or even in corporate America, who you do business with is going to be the most important thing. I guarantee that. And the who factor will always trump the what and the wow factor. And what we have here is simply extraordinary, folks. This has never happened before in network marketing, where a billionaire like Michael Hansen, a European icon, a leader, has had Dubli as his company for 11 years, changed the business model, has really been through some ups and downs, but really has things going in the right direction. When you take a leader like that and you combine him with somebody like Matt Trainer is, if you don't know him, he's one of the foremost authorities on internet marketing. He was not a fan of network marketing, never did it, never wanted to do it, didn't believe in the business model because of the customer factor. Because he saw in MLM there were no customers. It was all distributor-based and distributor-driven. And when the distributor wasn't making money, they would go off the product and the thing would fall apart. And he had trained people in MLM and been around it, but never wanted to be part of it until now. So where we're at now in North America, folks, is we're in ground floor timing. This is exciting because if you know anything about timing in the industry, companies like, I'll give you an example, a company called New Skin, 1984 started, and it took them 5 years. It was not until 1989 where they started some of this exponential growth and really took off. And it later became $1 billion brand, but it took them only 2 years to go from, almost zero to $1 billion, when in fact the first 5 years were really a pioneering stage. This exponential growth phase is something we're going to go through. And one of the reasons I know that is not because of what most people say in MLM. Oh, we got the greatest product. We got the greatest leader. We have the greatest icon, who's backing our product. It's because we can get to over 10 million people on the internet because of Matt Trainer's internet funnel. The rotator and internet funnel that we have is going to be projected to get to over 10 million people in the next 24 months. So our trajectory is huge. We can get to so many more people so much more quickly. And we are poised for hypergrowth over the next few years. So it's not going to be the same opportunity a few years down the road. So where we sit in North America, we're looking for leadership right now. We're looking for people who can make decisions, who want to go and get this thing to be part of the beginning of this exponential growth. And, their 40% will come on later. The majority, that's where network marketers and people sitting in the background will come on board, and then when they see all success and hear the stories, the next 40% will come on board. That's the late majority. And then there's the lagging, 10%. It'll still be a great opportunity, but it's not going to be what it is right now, folks. And what I want to ask you is to just take a second out and think about yourself. For me, finding my wife in a random place, in a random time, in a random moment was about what I wanted. I was persistent enough and willing to make a decision to go after what I wanted. You need to know what you want. I don't care if it's security, if it's a new lifestyle, if you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired of working for somebody else. If you want to be a force for good in the world, we've got a program for that. If you're just under so much stress that you just can't handle it anymore, maybe you want to just change your finances and maybe just have more control of your life. But we have the perfect situation, the perfect storm, the perfect timing, and really the perfect product. The product itself is not an auto ship, as I said, of a jungle juice, a cosmetic, a pain relief. All the leaders in MLM will say, if you can just get a piece of that industry, you're going to be at the top. This is the greatest thing ever. Guys, we can get a piece of every industry online. The travel industry. I don't care, the apparel industry, the pain industry, the wellness, weight loss, everything that's available online you can have a piece of. So this is the perfect product because you're going to, instead of having to sell your friends and family on spending more money every month and getting a piece of that spending, you're going to be able to give something away for free, a toolbar, an application they can use on the computer, go to the same websites, whether it's Best Buy, shoes.com, Home Depot, Macy's, all of those, Expedia, Priceline, and then you'll earn money on what they save and get as cash back. It's a much more powerful model, much more user-friendly, and everybody can give away something for free. So here's an example, just a few examples of what it looks like. And I want to make sure that you're clear that you're not going to a Dubli website. You're using a Dubli portal or a Dubli application or toolbar to go to the website you'd already go to go shopping. So here's I just did a Google search for shoes, and here's a few that came up, and here's one that's affiliated with Dubli. And Dubli has relationships all over the world, over 15,000 retailers that love traffic being driven to their website, so they're willing to do this cash back. So the customer wins, Dubli wins because they get a piece of that. The company wins because they get a new person, to their company buying products online, and so it's a win-win-win. So imagine getting 11.2. You can see down here as a VIP member, 11.2% cash back for shoes. Now, of course, everybody needs shoes. Do you know anybody that, that travels? Do you know anybody that buys computers or televisions from Best Buy? Here's the Best Buy website, a Google search for Best Buy official website. The Dubli portal just pops up. It shows you exactly what you're going to save. You're going to save 7% and get cash back on a purchase you were going to make anyway. And that money would have went to Best Buy. Now it's going to come back to you onto a debit card or right into your account where you can get that back right away. Here's another one, guys. Do you know anybody over the holidays? We just passed the holidays. We're coming up on, on the summer again, and people are going to be traveling all over the world. Do you think anybody that you know is going to use a hotel? Of course. Would they like 11.8%? This will blow. This is not Ebates where you get 1 or 2%, folks. There is no competition for Dubli. We are the largest e-commerce search engine in the world, and imagine 11.8% back on a hotel. Now, as I said, think about Groupon, lots of products on Amazon. You're talking about Priceline, all of the travel that you do. Guys, this is phenomenal. This is the greatest product in the world for MLM. It's so easy, guys. This is so much easier than what you've done in the past, and that's why we're having so much success and we're growing so quickly. So I want to talk also about 3 firsts in the industry. 3 firsts that have never been done before and why people can get excited about joining us on the ground floor here. It's really a true global opportunity. Imagine, people are excited about, we're going into a new country, 1 or 2 countries, maybe 5, maybe 10, and over years and years and years of the life of a company, maybe they'll go to 20 countries at best. Folks, what about the other 170 countries? We are in 190 countries all over the world, getting cash back, shopping all over the world, and you can get a piece of every transaction that happens on the internet for the rest of your life, because this is a global opportunity. Number 2 is compensation. We have such a powerful combination of compensation plans. A lot of builders love binary plans. You get, just 2 teams. That's powerful, folks. Who wants to build 3, 5, 7, 10 teams? You just want to build 2 teams. That way everybody can do it. So we've got a binary plan where you get 10% on your pay side. We've got matching bonuses. We've got generational matching bonuses that are very powerful. But it's also an overlay of a combination of a unilevel, where you can build a team, earn from 5 to 27.5% on a unilevel, move up and rank, and we're also going to have a 3% customer acquisition pool. And what that means is as you get customers in your business, you're going to get shares in a global pool based on the company's revenue every quarter. Now, what I think is the most powerful is that most companies, if not any company in network marketing, barely any of them have customer bases. One of the things that happens is customers want to join, say they want to try a product in weight loss. But what happens is there's so many people failing in traditional MLM that they're stocking this product, they can't keep up with it, so they start selling it on eBay and Amazon for about half price. And so the internet becomes your enemy because people will go there, and if I can buy it retail at half price with people unloading their stuff, why do I want to be a customer of yours and pay full price? So here, guys, the internet is our friend. We get 25% on all of our customer volume. And I want to share in a minute how the customers become viral. But the third first in the industry is also the combination of this incredible internet funnel. This is not some dried out lead system. This is something that is really, really powerful. Matt Trainer and Rich Cook, the most powerful internet marketers, some say, in the world, are developing a funnel that is so huge they can't even explain it, folks. They've literally cloned Facebook and cloned YouTube in a way where we can get to millions and millions and millions of people, not only to market to customers, but also business associates and people ready for the partnership program. Write that down, folks. The partnership program is very, very powerful, and one of the reasons why everybody can succeed here without being able to having to recruit and sell and recruit and sell. So it's the first time this cashback model has really met with this type of power on the internet. And man, are things exploding. So this funnel, just very quickly, folks, is infinitely scalable. We can get to people all over the globe. They can come right into your business, and it's one of the most exciting things that's ever happened in MLM. So what could you do? If you didn't want to recruit, you didn't want to sell, you didn't want to do anything, you didn't want to bring people into the business, what could you do to earn customers where you get a residual income off of all of those purchases of that customer? Well, there's something called performing tasks, and what we need to build this funnel are people creating little videos. And you can download a video making software. These tasks are simple enough for a fifth grader, number one. There's instructions on every one of them. So it's not like, can I do it? It's not, oh my God, I'm not good at that stuff. This is simple, folks. This is easy enough for a fifth grader. Number three, you choose the keywords. You choose the task. You choose the animation. It's point and click, folks. And as you create these videos, they help build the funnel. Customers come into the business in Dubli and they go right into your back office because you're earning credits for customers. That is powerful. That's where you can feel proud to build a team, tell your mother, your sister, your brother about network marketing for the first time, because they cannot fail if they can do some simple tasks on the internet. So what about these customers? How much do you make on these transactions? We're going to be really conservative here, folks. And we're going to say that each customer is worth about $125 a year. And what that's based on is the history of Dubli. People get about, the average customer gets about $500 to $1,000 cash back per year, and you're going to earn 25% of that. Let's just say one customer is worth $125 for the year. Not life-changing, but it's better than nothing. You know, how much residual income are you making now? But 10 customers, all of a sudden, is like $1,000, $1,250. That's like $100 a month in residual income for having 10 customers shopping online, doing their thing. 50 customers starts to get a little bit interesting. What about 500 customers? If between now and however long it took you, through friends, family, neighbors, through businesses, through partnership program, through the internet funnel and the rotator, if you can get 500 customers, imagine, guys, $62,500 raise next year. I'm talking about a couple years down the road when we have 5,000, 10,000 customers, folks. Look at that, 600 to $1 million in residual income, and the best part is they don't quit. This isn't the attrition of your natural, normal old school MLM where people are going off the product. They're not making money. They're recruiting and selling all the time, chasing friends and family. These are shoppers that are spending zero, a free membership, all the way up to $99 for the year, and saving $500 to $1,000 a year. Now, I've never given up my Costco membership in all the years that I've had it, because I get my measly 2% cash back, and all that. I get it yearly. Here you can get it monthly. So there's very little attrition on the customer side here, and the business builder succeeding, there's very little attrition on the business side as well. So customers, even more excitingly, become viral. Every customer that joins your business can tell 5, 10, 15, unlimited amount of people, and all of those customers are tagged to you because there's no business affiliate or business associate between you and them. So the customer base begins to grow virally. There's a free premium and VIP membership. As I said, it's free up to $99 for the year. Why people upgrade is because they want to get more cash back and they want to get it every month. So VIP is the way to go. If you just want to be a customer, great. Sign up for free. That's why you're here today. Sign up for free. Get cash back for the rest of your life. You're wasting money if you don't. Nobody likes to waste money, and everybody loves free. So let's talk a little bit more about this partnership program. Hopefully you wrote that down. You said, what is this thing he's talking about, and how is this going to change my life? Well, the partner program, folks, is very powerful because you're one phone call away from a massive residual income. And why that is the partnership program is based on charities, 501c3s, and nonprofits, your church, whoever you want to help make a contribution to. They need funds. They need fundraising now. They will say yes. We've had a 100% so far. I'm not guaranteeing that everybody needs fundraising, but 100% so far have said yes to us and our team. We've got an enormous amount of partners coming on already. We're in the first few months of this business. Everybody said yes because they want funds raised. So what they do is you say, hey, can I help you raise some money for your church? And they say, well, sure. What do I need to do? Well, we sign up everybody in the church, all of the people that work there, all of the people that support the church, all of the people that are in church on Sunday, and we sign them up for free. So instead of doing bake sales and cookie drives and blood drives and all this stuff, they sign up for free for shopping on the internet, and all of those, say there's 1,000 people in church, 1,000 transactions for the rest of the life of those people in the church. All of that residual income comes back to the church, and you get a portion of it as a residual income for the rest of your life, folks. Can you make a phone call? Can you ask somebody if you can help them as opposed to selling them on something? Of course you can. So it's an incredible contribution. It's a miraculous residual income. So that's where I said in the beginning, if you really want to change your life, you need to know what you want. This is not hard. Making a phone call and getting a yes is not difficult. So please don't, make this more complicated than it is. And I want to simplify it. We talked about a lot so far. There are 4 different ways to build this as opposed to the traditional MLM, which is recruiting and selling and chasing. Here, number 1 is the internet funnel. Can you do some tasks on the internet? Can you, follow some instructions, earn some credits for customers, and get a residual income for the rest of your life? Yes, you can. Number 2, the partner program. We just talked about it. Huge residual potential. Call as many as you want. Sign up as many as you want. Massive potential for residual income. Number 3, free customers. Start giving away the toolbar. Would you like to earn money, cash back for free, Mary? Yes, great. Let me show you how to do it. We'll pop it right on the computer. You earn a residual income for the rest of your life. 4th, maybe the most exciting, is that you can build a team. You can share this with other people and change their life, not get them to try this product. So never again will you have to compete with other people about my product is better than your product. My weight loss is better than yours. My ORAC score and antioxidant score is better than yours. My jungle juice is better than yours. All of that, folks, this will dignify the industry. There's nothing more powerful than this that I've seen. I want to go into the comp plan a little bit. I don't want to confuse things. We talked a little bit about it, and there are really 3 different portions. Unilevel, go up in rank, make more money. If you could become a senior vice president, which is not that difficult, it'll take time. It'll take some, some effort. It'll take some leadership. You can earn a home and a lot in the Cayman Islands. The first 500 people to SVP will get a home and a lot in the Cayman Islands, a tax-free haven. There's a binary plan where you can build up to $25,000 a week just in binary commissions from PACs coming in, new people coming in, memberships being used on a monthly basis, and also most powerfully the 25% on your customers. So that's, it's a little bit of an overlay of the comp plan. The binary is 10% on the lesser side. Imagine getting 4 people. Imagine telling 4 people you never tell another person in your life. You get business builders in your business. Your monthly check goes from $300 as they get 4, it's $1,200 a month. As they get 4, it's $5,000 a month. As they get 4, this is not about you telling everybody. You don't have to enroll 100 people. This is about the duplication that we're seeing in this business that's really never been seen before. We're growing faster than any other team in Dubli history. And again, guys, you're at the right place at the right time. There's a little bit about the Cayman Islands. And that, to me, is a goal of mine and my wife, and I think it'll be an incredible thing. It's just going to be a function of doing the work and helping people get what they want. So now's the time, folks. Now's the time to go fast. It's very simple to get started. Activate your membership. Timing always trumps talent. You're at the ground floor. I guarantee I'll tell you a quick story about timing that'll blow your mind. Secure your top position in the downline, folks. Don't wait for 1 million people where everybody knows about Dubli. Everybody's using the toolbar. We've marketed to 10 million people on the internet. Now is the time. Be able to make a decision. If I waited 5 more minutes, it was likely that my wife would have left that place that night. I would have missed out, and my whole life would be different because you've got to be clear on what you want and make a decision. Be aware of what you want and make a decision. That's all it ever takes. This is a power moment, folks. This is not the time to play small. Think big money. Think long term. And, we'll share a little bit about how you do that. There's 2 different packs. Very simple. You don't have to choose from 100 different packages. There's 2. You're going to play big or you're going to play small. You either want to be at the top or be at the bottom, or you either want to make a lot of money or a little money. And I'm going to share with you how you can make a lot of money, up to $40,000. So number 1 is the TM on the left, $594. You get 10% of fast start bonus on all the people that come into your business as business associates. But what that includes is a $99 business license and 5 VIP vouchers, each worth $100. And what that is you get those out to people, sell them, demo them, share them, give them away, because as people start shopping here, you're going to get cash back. You're going to get a residual income. In the normal MLM, you're going to get some product every month and you're going to use it. It's going to get backed up. You're not going to use it. Then you got to sell it. You don't feel like selling it because it's, people are getting it on the internet for half the price. Here, it's much more powerful. So, but just realize if you want to be part of the partnership program, it's going to cost you an extra $1,000 to do that. Now, the PPA is much more powerful. That's what the leaders are doing. That's what the big guys are doing. That's what almost 80% of our team has done PPA. And what that is $24.75, but it includes the $1,000. That $1,000 fee for the partner program. That's why it's called Partner Program Accelerator. You still get the 10% fast start. You get $2,500 vouchers, which is a $2,500 value right there, which, pays you back by selling those. You can give them away. You just get them in people's hands, folks, and you're going to start making money on all of their shopping. You get, you're faster to the Cayman Islands. You'll be near the, closer to the top. You get an instant promotion when you do PPA. You go from team member to team leader right away. So you'll go faster. You get more and deeper matching bonuses. You'll duplicate that success in your business. And I want to share with you, what does that look like? So without, going too long today, folks, month number 1, let's just talk about going PPA versus the TM and how much more money you can make. And here's an example. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to happen exactly like this in your business. But let's just say in month 1, you enroll 10 people at the $24.75 PPA. You get the 10% fast start bonus, make $2,500 right around there real quick. But as you place them in your binary, some on your right, some on your left. You're going to have 5 on your right, 5 on your left. You're going to make an extra $1,250. So that's $3,750 in your first month. You basically got your money back before your credit card even hits. Okay, so let's go fast with this thing. Month number 2, let's say you never enroll another person. And those 5 people each tell, or those 10 people that you enrolled each tell 5. So 5 each, that's 50 new people in your business. You didn't have to tell another person. So you have 25 on your right, 25 on your left. Hopefully that's not too complicated in your binary. And let's just go with the pay side or the weak side, which is 25 people times $2,500 because they all came in at PPA. $62,500 times 10% is $6,250 that you just made in month number 2 for helping your people succeed and conservatively bring in 5 people each. Now here's the magic of duplication and why our team is growing so quickly. Month number 3, let's just say those people never enroll another person, but those 50 people in your business each tell 5. That's 250 new people in your business, okay? Those people that enroll them get the fast start. You're just talking about binary commissions. That's 125 on your right, 125 on your left, times the $2,500 PPA package is $309,375 times the 10% on your pay leg is over 30 grand, folks. This is where guys get the big money. This is where the guys, the leaders that promote this and share this, there's more, more people coming in. There's more people excited. There's bigger checks. Okay, there's more toolbars getting out. There's more VIP memberships getting out. More cash back, more savings, more commissions. Okay, month 1, month 2, month 3, about 40 grand. This is not including the matching bonuses, which will be huge. This is not including all the customer side, the 25%, and not even including the acquisition pool. So that just leaves us folks at the ground floor. That's where we're at. This is so exciting. In the first 10,000 people here, I don't care if you're in the first 100,000 people. When we go to 1 million people like big companies do, and I'll share a quick story with you, to be in the top 10,000, folks, is huge. That's the top 1% of the company. And as I alluded to earlier, Nu Skin, I know a guy on Facebook is a friend of mine, Mark Barrett. We always heard the Mark Barrett story, but Mark was in Nu Skin back in the day and enrolled 7 people. Only 7 people, never enrolled another person. And his check, because of momentum and the way the company grew from 1989 to 1991 before it went stable and then continued to grow to a $2 billion annual company, is that, and he just mentioned the right people at the right time. When you're at the ground floor, the exponential growth can carry you a lot further than you could ever carry yourself. So timing trumps talent. His check went from 20 to 40 to 60 to 80 to 100 to, and I've got a copy of his check, to over $150,000 a month by the time they hit stabilization phase and cross that momentum barrier. And Mark kind of related it to to surfing. It was a surfing analogy. You've got to be paddling. You got to be doing something. He put 7 people in the business. The thing went global. It blew up. It changed his life. But he said it was like mailbox money. Every month you go out to your mailbox and it's more exciting, and the growth of your check is exponential. And you couldn't put 100 more people in yourself to make that check go any faster. It was beyond your reach, beyond your control, and it's what every really knowledgeable network marketer would love to catch, is momentum in the beginning of a company, folks. We sit poised right there right now. If you want to make $150,000 a month, number one, you better be global, and that's what we are. Number two, you better catch timing. I joined New Skin 20 years too late, and they guaranteed me that if I did what they did and I learned what they learned, that I could make the big money. And what they neglected to tell me is that I missed, and I didn't know at the time, that was my first MLM years and years ago, and they didn't tell me that I had missed the wave. Folks, don't miss the wave. Be aware of what you want. The Vicky story should be in the back of your mind. Make the decision to make the change now. Here's how you can do the business. If you can email, send somebody to Dubli Info Pack just like you are right now. We've got an email system, a LinkedIn, a Facebook. We've got incredible social media training and traffic driving training from Matt Trainer. That's worth the price of the $24.75 right there. Number two, can you do the rotator? Can you do the internet tasks? Guys, they're for a 5th grader. Easy as a 5th grader can do them. Can you send people to globalautoprofits.com live? There's a live presentation. We've got sizzle calls every day. Can you give away free Dubli toolbars as opposed to selling products and hawking products to everybody? Of course you can. Do you have the desire? Are you coachable? Of course you are. Of course you are. I am to this day. I love the coaching. I love the personal growth. This is personal growth wrapped in a compensation plan, folks. It's just way more powerful than that. If you can invite to webinars, if you can invite to a website, if you can invite to a phone call, you can do this business. And if you can make a simple phone call to a partner program, to a charity, church, 501c3, they're going to say yes most likely, and you're going to succeed. So before you leave, here's just a slide again on how to get started. Please keep your word. Have the integrity. Get back to the person that brought you here. Get with them. Ask questions. We've got some more videos on this site, and certainly there's a lot of successful people making a lot of money willing to answer your questions, and we're happy to do that. So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Remember, folks, my story is true, and it really, really changed my life. My life has been a blessing because in the moment that I became aware and I had the courage to do it, I in the face of looking foolish, in the face of rejection, in the face of doing the wrong thing, I acted. And I made a decision to talk to my wife, and we've had an incredible life since then. And you can do the same with your financial future right now. So thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.